When I started at Boeing, I was so excited to be there. I grew up in a small town in Nebraska. Nothing that I was developing was seeing actual production, and that was discouraging. I would find the houses, and then sometimes we would flip them ourselves, and sometimes I would find a flipper and sell the contract. This is the most exciting part of CLOSEBOT because this is where you shape the script, what you want it to do. We have our testing portal built in, which is nice because when I'm chatting with the system, I can see what it's working on.
One mistake every agency owner should avoid at all cost.
Planning instead of doing.
Welcome everyone. Today I'm excited to introduce someone who is quietly reshaping how agencies book meetings and qualify leads using AI. Bryce Decora, the co-founder and CEO of CLOSEBOT. Bryce's journey is a powerful one. From an engineer at Boeing to a real estate entrepreneur, now building one of the fastest growing AI agent platform in the Go high-level ecosystem. What makes Bryce unique is not just he built a chatbot, but that he built an objective-driven, sales-focused AI agent that actually books meetings, fills pipelines, and removes the biggest pain for agency owners of unqualified leads and no-shows. CLOSEBOT today is used by agencies worldwide, automating conversations in real time, syncing data into your CRM, and helping agencies scale without hiring more SDRs. Let's dive deep into a CLOSEBOT journey, the vision, and how agency owners can use AI to grow their business in 2025 and beyond. Welcome to the show, Bryce. I'm thrilled to have you, man.
Thank you so much. It was great seeing you at the summit.
Yes.
Chatting and sharing a little bit about our journey there. But yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, same here. Thank you so much. Let's start from the beginning. You were working at Boeing in stable engineering job. What made you decide to walk away from that path and, start CLOSEBOT?
Yeah. First of all, when I started at Boeing, I was so excited to be there. I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, 1,500 people, and not many people leave a small town like that, yet alone move across the country and work as an engineer at such a big, prestigious company. So my parents were so proud of me. I was proud. My girlfriend, now wife at the time, was proud. Awesome. But pretty quickly, I realized that the big corporate world wasn't for me. You go to school all this time and your vision is on getting that job. But once you're there, it's such a big company, realizing that you don't have an impact. Nothing that I was developing was seeing actual production, and that was discouraging. So,
what was the hardest moment for you when you were making that switch?
The hardest was at that time we had a baby.
Oh, nice.
Wife, had a mortgage, and being the sole income provider, how do you make the switch over to being self-employed? So I was doing real estate stuff on the side. Yeah. I don't know if any of our listeners are familiar with real estate wholesale, but I was doing off-market type real estate where I would go and door knock 50, 100 houses a day.
Nice.
I was sending mailers. I was researching county records to try to find the owners.
So it was like more on the side of flipping houses?
Yeah, I would find the houses, and then sometimes we would flip them ourselves, and sometimes I would find a flipper and sell the contract to the flipper and make a commission in between. We had one flip that went really well, and I told myself, if I can get another one, then we're good. I gave myself 3 months, and I went on a leave of absence from Boeing where I told them I was going to take a 3-month non-paid vacation. And I told myself, if I can do one more of these in that 3-month period, then I can leave Boeing. And I did.
Awesome.
And I left.
Good for you.
And it was so hard.
Right. I can feel that, because I was in some kind of a situation earlier in my early stage of life, and I got married and we got our first son. I quit my job and then started, my agency. Then what took you to this CLOSEBOT thing? That's the journey from this, real estate to a SaaS founder.
Yeah, that was... So back in 2018 is when I left Boeing. It was 2018.
Okay.
And then I was in a different position that I didn't like. I was knocking all these doors. I was doing large scale texting and following up with these people on texting. I tried to hire people from the Philippines to manage the texts. But then I was managing people and doing sales, and I didn't like any of this. I was a developer. I wanted to be in the code. I wanted to be developing software. And so I spent most of my time trying to automate the follow-up process, automate lead qualification with the knowledge I had back from my Boeing days on AI, natural language processing. And eventually I cracked it, but then the market crashed. So I solved the automated AI follow-up process. Obviously, when OpenAI came out with their LLM, instead of using my LLM, plugging theirs in instead made it much more powerful.
100%,
but then the market crash was, okay, now I can't close any deals. So what do? I still have to make money for my family. So then I turned to selling this solution that I developed to other real estate investors.
Nice. Okay. So, the CLOSEBOT was initially developed for the real estate investors.
Yeah. It was initially developed for me.
Okay.
And then I developed it for other investors. And they kept asking, I'm using something called high level. Does it work for high level? And I kept saying, I have no idea what high level is. But I got the question enough that I was like, okay, I'll look into this high level thing.
Yeah. What problem did you see in the agency world? And then you said, okay, CLOSEBOT can be a good fit for the agency owners moving forward.
Well, agencies were having the same struggles that I had. I was like their client, having a hard time following up with these leads. Agencies are getting these leads for their businesses. And then businesses, like I was having a hard time following up, booking appointments. So I was able to provide a solution for agencies to plug this in for businesses that they do ads for, do marketing for.
Makes sense. This made the inception of and establishment of the CLOSEBOT. How did the first version of CLOSEBOT look, and what early lessons shaped the product we see it today now these days?
Well, at the beginning, there was no user interface.
Okay.
So I was doing more like a done-for-you build, and it was
nice.
High-level workflows and Zapier and my stuff, all kind of coordinating. And then people wanted a way to see their metrics, so I had a dashboard that I made. But then people wanted a way to edit stuff, and I was getting overrun with going in and editing things. So I made an addition to the front end where they could go and edit some of their own stuff. And then, more requests, and then confusion, like learning about user interface, user experience improvements, making it more intuitive to use. And that was all V1. I was the developer alongside with a friend of mine that I was mentoring in software.
Oh, nice.
He came from his full-time position at Costco.
Awesome.
To help doing dev work. It was just him and me.
Oh, nice. You are more into the back-end dev, right? That kind of an engineer who works at the back-end.
Yeah.
So you did the complete UI UX interface for the CLOSEBOT for the front-end as well?
Yeah, and the front-end was just a drag-and-drop builder. Because I see. I hate front end, so I was using a tool called WeWeb, which is just a drag and drop builder. It was my custom back end, but front end was just a drag and drop builder in P1.
Nice, awesome. Let's go more deep into the CLOSEBOT. So we know the CLOSEBOT uses an objective-based system instead of typical chatbot like what we do on the chatting websites. How would you explain that in a simple words? What does it mean, the objective-based chatbot?
Yeah, that's a great question. So instead of having your giant prompt that you type in to have the AI do its thing, we have taken it to a drag and drop system. Imagine it like this. You have a virtual assistant that's supposed to qualify leads, and you might show them a flow of what you want them to get in a conversation, what you want them to collect. And then if certain things happen, maybe it's a disqualified lead or a qualified lead that's allowed to book. Objectives are anytime you need to gather information. Like, hey, I want you to get their name. I want you to get their timeline for when they want to sell their property and their expected sale price, get their email. And then as long as they're selling within the next 6 months, we're counting them as a qualified lead and allow them to book an appointment. That's really hard to type out in a description, but it's really easy to build with components.
At the back end.
And when I was training VAs, that's how I would give them the script too. It was our SOPs were always a flow of how the script should go.
Yeah, I'm curious to understand, it's just that chatbot where someone can go on a website or it interacts with the WhatsApp chat or any messenger chat or any other platform? Anyone can go and integrate in different platforms as well?
Yeah, this is kind of different than other platforms out there because it's built to take over your existing channels. So CLOSEBOT doesn't integrate itself with Facebook or texting or anything. We plug it into your CRM, and then we take over all of the channels that your CRM has. So if you plug it into high level, it takes over your texting, your email, your Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, live chat, all of it.
Oh, nice. And what are the CRMs you have currently integrated with? Because I can see High Level and HubSpot on the side, on your website.
Yes, High Level and HubSpot, and Instantly is coming in a couple weeks.
Awesome. So, what roadmap do you foresee for integrating it with different CRM or other any platforms?
Yeah, on the list we have Close, we have Zoho, Pipedrive. Further on the roadmap, we have Salesforce.
Awesome.
Things like Shopify. Yeah.
Great. Okay, nice. From your perspective, what is one thing that CLOSEBOT consistently does better than humans when talking about, qualifying the leads?
Better than humans, hands down, is the ability to respond quickly when multiple conversations are happening.
Okay.
I know when I had virtual assistants running my inbox, it's really hard for them to work a single inbox without stepping on each other's toes. Like one would open a message and respond, but then another one was in the process of typing a message. A couple messages would get sent to the same person. Other times they would open a message and forget to respond and go to a new message. And now that one's just left as unread or left read, and then it doesn't get a response.
100%.
Really difficult.
I come from an agency space. I've been running an agency from last 8-9 years now. We use HubSpot at the back end, and we are partners for HubSpot, and we have different kind of inbox setup at in our HubSpot account for different kind of services. Like if someone is coming for website designing, we have a different inbox. Coming for video production, we have a different inbox, and I can feel the pain when my service managers or people responsible are not answering my clients' questions on a timely manner and they get frustrated. That's a real problem you guys are solving.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yes. If we are facing this problem, I think probably other agencies will see the similar pain running the operations.
Yeah. And then for the smaller businesses that aren't receiving multiple messages, you still have messages coming in the middle of the night, and when you're smaller, you can't afford to have someone in the seat.
I wish I could have got a hold of CLOSEBOT 8-9 years back when I was starting. That's a real pain you're solving. Yeah. 100%. Cool. Let's dive more into the agency game and understand your perspective on the agency side. What common mistakes do agencies make when they first start using CLOSEBOT or any other AI agent for that matter?
When they first start, they try to build out the perfect system that automates every part of the process. And then they just turn it live and they're upset when it doesn't work. That's the worst thing you can do.
I see.
Best thing you can do is set up an AI that solves maybe the first 15%. Maybe that's just gathering personal information and handing off to a human and getting it to answer questions. Start with that and then start building in complexity. Okay, well now it's getting their personal information, but now I need to know this other thing, and if they're not qualified based on that other question, refer them elsewhere. If they are qualified, book an appointment. Slowly start to increase complexity of your system.
Makes sense. Our town hall sessions, which we take in our agencies, every quarter, this is my favorite thing to say: get it done, get it right. Don't aim for a perfectionist, or you want to do everything perfect, because there's nothing, you can make perfect out of your working in day-to-day life, for sure. Can we quickly jump on to some kind of a demo where you can show everyone a quick demo on how CLOSEBOT works? Maybe how objective conversation or booking flows are built inside the CLOSEBOT.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, nice.
So here I have CLOSEBOT pulled up. This is a job flow. This is the most exciting part of CLOSEBOT because this is where you shape the script of what you want it to do.
Nice.
With this setup right here, anytime a conversation starts, it's going to come straight here where it's just going to have a conversation. It has no objective. It's just going to pull information from your knowledge base
Okay.
to answer questions. So let's just start with this simple setup and see how this works. We have our testing portal built in, which is nice because when I'm chatting with the system, I can see what it's working on.
Okay.
So it's just going to stay here
Let's.
on this conversation node.
Oh.
Now, let's build in some lead qualification stuff. We talked about objectives.
Yes.
Maybe I want the system to get someone's first name and their email and then sit here and answer their questions.
Okay. Yes.
Let's see how this works.
I mean, I like the idea of, building and testing on the same screen.
Yeah. So
I
I
love
can
that.
see that this is highlighted, get first
Yes.
name, get email, and it's working on both of those things. Get first name, get email, and it says, hi, could you share your first name and email?
Awesome.
So I see that it got my first name. It still needs that email though, so it's working on email.
Oh, yes.
And it's completed that and it's moved on to the conversation area.
Conversation. Okay.
Now, maybe
Mm-hmm.
we want to have it book an appointment after we get their name and email. We drag a booking action
yeah.
here, and then I would select my calendar from the dropdown. I don't have this connected to a high level account right now,
Okay.
but if I did, I could select a calendar. Let me,
So it will automatically pull up all my calendars from the high level,
yes,
also from the HubSpot.
also from HubSpot. Yep. Let's see if this test account has a calendar. I'll just use this test calendar.
I see.
Now, I haven't used this sub account in a long time.
That's fine.
I don't
mean,
know if this calendar has availability, but let's test it so you can see what this looks like.
So it will automatically go and check in availability with the calendar
Yeah.
synced with high level or HubSpot and pull up the availability here on the chat conversation and book an appointment. Amazing.
Now, this is something that's really cool about our testing as well. It actually creates a contact in high level or in HubSpot. So this testing portal can actually test conversational booking. Most of these platforms, because you needed a contact in the system to be able to do a booking, they can't test the booking process. You just have to send it
Yes.
live and cross your fingers.
Right.
But our testing portal can test that. So this is an actual contact was created for testing, and we clean it up later.
Awesome. I mean, I think that's the biggest mess what I see in my CRM when my team go and test it stuff, what they're building inside the CRM. I can see bunch of contacts, bunch of workflows, and, bunch of calendars just working together, and then they always forget to delete them after testing.
So here I can see, I've tested it. It got my name, email, and then it booked an appointment with me. I see that here, all right here within the testing portal. So you can be super sure that this is going to work when you turn it on.
I see. Amazing. I mean, when it comes to text, we can do an integration on our website. I mean, that's the typical model we are seeing here, like building this, interaction and the workflow and put that on our website, or we can integrate in, for an example, a mobile app or maybe, somewhere else. To what kind of a use cases does it solve for different kind of industries?
Yeah, that's a great question. Something people don't think a lot about is something like database reactivation. Let's say you're blasting out 1,000 texts a day.
Yes.
When the response comes in, CLOSEBOT is there ready to pick up, qualify that lead and book an appointment or answer their questions, whatever you need. Live chat on a website. Let's say you have a landing page, you're driving ads to the landing page, people are interacting with the chat widget. It can collect that visitor's information and book them for an appointment or whatever you want to happen.
Oh, amazing. So, what we do, we have a separate brand called zone.ca where we work in Canada to generate leads for mortgage brokers, insurance, and, other industries. And we have a workflow where we ask different step of questions, and depending on their answers, we ask the workflow different questions. So I think, a chat interaction can be a game changer here, because we are just building a backend with the different flow, and it's interacting like, someone human is chatting with them, and then they connect with the real human or over the phone.
Yeah.
amazing stuff. I mean, this is really solving a real-time problem for me and my company, my industry. I mean, I think people can relate it to their industry as well.
Absolutely. And a lot of people are turning to this flow-based system because we've seen that it works way better than a big text input. I mean, we have booked more AI appointments to high-level calendars than high-level themselves with their own AI. And it's
amazing
because these flow-built systems are way more reliable at scale. And we've been doing this objective-based system for about 3 years, which is pretty much right when OpenAI released their AI. So we have it dialed in.
Makes sense. I mean, we have discovered about your product. I mean, would you like to mention about like 1 or 2 setups which fits to every industry and get results for the CLOSEBOT users within first 30 days?
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to show a build? Because even that one we just covered is so helpful. If you put that on your website and it gets a web visitor's name, their email, and books a meeting, and you can do that via a chat widget.
Oh, nice.
That is so powerful.
We
book, I think it's like 30 demo calls a week right now on our own website.
From your own chatbot.
From our own chatbot, right. Yes, we are users of our own product.
I see. Okay, this question might go to a next level. Do you have an integration where we can, set up an Meta Pixel to it, Facebook Pixel, and then track the conversions within CLOSEBOT?
You are reading the future, my friend. Yes.
Makes sense, yeah.
Fun fact that one of our backend senior developers, his wife is a marketing type developer, and she works with Google Tag Manager a lot and Facebook Pixel. So the plan is to have integration with those so that at a certain stage in conversation, you can track where that lead is in the conversation stages.
Yeah, and then you can pass those signals back to Meta, say, okay, once we get the prospect's first name, last name, email, phone number, I mean, just 4 fields are done. This is like pre-qualified lead. We give it 1 rank and then 2 level, 3 level, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and that's another benefit of doing it with flows. You can do that highly controlled with flows. You can't just type in, after we get this information, do this pixel, send back to Facebook. It's just not going to be as reliable. So you're going to get a lot of false information sent.
Oh yeah, 100%. Since our audience is more around, how to start and build and grow their agencies remotely, my questions will again, go deep into that level. What do you see AI helping agencies the most over the next 1 to 2 years?
Over the next 1 to 2 years?
2 years, yes.
AI in general. I'll give a general AI what it can help most with, and then tools like CLOSEBOT, what they can help with. In general, it makes it a lot more attainable for you guys to learn how to start things. Like, let's say you want to integrate 2 things. Before, you used to have to go and search Stack Overflow and hope someone had asked the question.
Yes.
And hoped that the answers were correct. And if they're not correct, ask the question yourself and wait a week before someone responds. Now you can just go and ask ChatGPT how to do all this stuff. It's still going to be on you to actually take action and do that stuff. But you have so much knowledge at your fingertips. And that's where we're going to be, I believe, for the next couple years too. It's not going to be the best at getting you all the way to the finish line, but getting you that first start is so much easier now. On the lead qualification side, it makes it so much easier for you guys to scale. Before, when I was doing this with virtual assistants, if I wanted to scale my marketing efforts, it took like a month because I had to find and hire a virtual assistant. I had to train them, hope that none of my other assistants left during the time.
Yes.
And then sometimes you have downtime too. So I didn't want to fire a VA for downtime because then by the time I'm in my upswing again, it takes time to train them. You don't have to worry about any of that anymore.
Oh, yes.
You can, once you get it figured out and working, you just dial it up all the way and it scales with you.
Right. Awesome. So, I mean, CLOSEBOT is used by many agencies into Go high level ecosystem. Someone who is starting new and want to scale their agency, or you can say, the white label SaaS with Go high level in 2026, what would be your straightforward advice to them? What they should focus on?
My advice, if you're just starting and you're trying to scale, find your one thing you want to offer. You don't need to offer everything under the sun that high level can do. As you start talking features, the eyes of your potential client they're going to glaze over and they're going to be overwhelmed and they're not going to work with you. So find one thing that you can focus on and eventually start tacking on that. So if you're one thing, and I'm not a sales guy, so I get in trouble from my marketing team for saying this, but if your one thing is not sales AI, text-based sales AI, do not dive into CLOSEBOT right away. Focus on your one thing. Get enough clients, get some help on your team to take that off your shoulders, and then maybe start to bring in other applications like CLOSEBOT.
I mean, just to summarize, someone who wants to start their Go high level SaaS along with the services, just focus on one feature until you get to at least first 100 customers, and then go beyond, introducing different features into a high level. Makes sense. Cool. I really appreciate Bryce. answering those questions. Before we wrap this up, I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Go for it.
Right, the 5 of them. Let's see how fast you can answer those.
I'm not known for my speed.
Oh, really?
I'm a thoughtful guy, so I'll try this.
Let's see. Okay, one book that shaped the way you think you as a founder.
It's this one. I keep it here.
Nice.
The Infinite Game.
Amazing. Okay.
Yep.
That's great. Thank you. Okay. Your favorite tool or app right now that you can't live without other than CLOSEBOT? I know. CLOSEBOT would be an obvious answer here.
Intercom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
And let me spin off on that real quick. CLOSEBOT is built for sales. It excels at sales. For support type AI,
Intercom.
We use Intercom. Not because CLOSEBOT can't do it. It can, but we need highly robust support specific features like ticketing systems and routing between different humans for different issues. They handle that well. Intercom's amazing.
Intercom's amazing, yeah. One mistake every agency owner should avoid at all cost.
Planning instead of doing.
Amazing.
Take imperfect action.
Oh, yes, great. Question 4. Your biggest superpower as an entrepreneur in one word.
Focus. I say no to everything that's not in our very specific path.
Focus. Yeah, amazing. 5th one, the last one. What's the one thing that fuels you to keep building every single day?
Well, it's tied between a couple things. I have just an excitement to learn, learning, and I'd say impact is probably the biggest thing. Like seeing how many people we can impact in a positive way with the product that we're building.
Makes sense. Amazing. And I really love the answer because it's difficult for me to even choose out of both too.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Cool. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you sharing your journey, the story behind CLOSEBOT, and all the insights for the agency owners. It was really a pleasure having you, and I'm grateful for your time and energy. Looking forward to more conversations ahead, both online and our next podcast in person as well.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Bryce. Really appreciate that.